Ajayi dives for a touchdown in the Eagles' 5,123 win over the Broncos on Sunday. AP. This message on the Eagles' official Twitter account summed up Philadelphia's 5,123 butt-kicking of the Broncos on Sunday. Apologies, we actually ran out of fireworks at LFF Stadium. Fly Eagles flight. That's understandable, because as good as the Eagles already had been, they were even better in obliterating the free-falling Broncos to take an NFL best 81 record into their bye week. Of course it all began with Carson Wentz, who threw 4 touchdown passes as part of his pedestrian-looking 199-yard output. The second-year quarterback has been consistently excellent in what is shaping up to be an MVP season. But this is a Philadelphia team that, in the tradition of Rocky Balboa, has been taking big punches and successfully countering them. Earlier in the season against the Giants, they lost dynamic running back Darren Sproles to a broken arm and a torn ACL on the same play. On Sunday, Corey Clement scored 2 rushing touchdowns and caught a touchdown pass from Wentz, and Ajayi, acquired from Miami at the trade deadline, added 77 yards in his Eagles debut, including a 46-yard touchdown. 2 weeks ago, 9-time Pro Bowl left tackle Jason Peters suffered a season-ending knee injury. No matter, as the Eagles scored 84 points the next 2 games. Top tight end Zach Ertz was a late scratch due to a hamstring injury, so Brent Selleck and Trey Burton combined for 5 catches, 80 yards and a touchdown. That's just how we're wired, that's how we're built. Next guy up, Wentz said. Ajayi, whose last game as a Dolphin was a 400 loss, is thrilled to be that next guy. It was great. God is good, he said. Excited to be here. Just trying to be a part of the team. Easter famine except for the Giants, embarrassing 5,117 losers to the Rams. It was a great day for the NFC East. In addition to Philadelphia's rampage, the Cowboys improved to 53 with a 2,817 victory over the Chiefs, and Big D Ezekiel Elliott rushed for 93 yards and a touchdown after getting yet another reprieve of his 6-game suspension from the court system. And the Redskins, playing without 4/5 of their starting offensive line in probably the most intimidating road stadium in the league, are 44 after stunning the Seahawks 17-14. Kirk Cousins did not have a touchdown pass to go along with his 21 of 31 for 247 yards, but teams that need a quarterback, hint the Jets had to take notice of Cousins' beautiful 31-yard pass to Brian Quick and 38-yarder to Josh Doctson on the winning drive. Sensational, under tough conditions. Ejection junction. It's hard to know what warrants an ejection these days. On the next to last play of the first half, Jaguars CB Jalen Ramsey shoved Bengals AJ Green down at the end of a running play. Green got off the ground, grabbed Ramsey around the neck, threw him down and punched him numerous times. Brad Allen's crew ejected both players, Green for choking and punching Ramsey, apparently for being choked and getting punched. Green said after the Bengals' 237 loss to the 53 Jaguars he felt Ramsey kept landing cheap shots on him throughout the first half. I let it slide, it's football. Things get a little rough up there, so I don't mind that, Green said. But when you start taking cheap shots when I'm not looking and stuff like that, that's when I've got to defend myself, and I'm not going to back down from anybody. I have a son, and I'm not going to teach him to back down from anybody like that. It's a respect thing. To Jaguars safety Barry Church, Green was teaching his son a bad lesson. He snuck Ramsey to begin with, tried to choke him out from behind. I mean, that's just a coward move, Church said. Hey, they both got ejected, we went out there and finished the fight and took the W home, so they lost on both ends. ESPN reported Ramsey screamed profanities at Green near the Bengals locker room at halftime and had to be restrained by security. Ironically, the Jaguars won on a day when they enforced some discipline, deactivating Leonard Fournette because the rookie running back missed the team photo shoot during the bye week. A later incident in the Saints' 2010 blowout of the Buccaneers further muddied the waters regarding which acts warrant an ejection. Saints CB Marshawn Lattimore was poked in the back of the neck after a play near the Tampa Bay sideline by Jameis Winston, who'd already been removed from the game due to injury. Lattimore turned and shoved Winston, then was blindsided by a hit by charging Bucs WR Mike Evans. Neither Winston, who should not be involved in any play from the bench, nor Evans was ejected. Play of the day: the Chiefs were trailing 143 with 2 seconds to go in the first half in Dallas and had the ball at their own 44. The Cowboys dropped 7 of their defenders back inside their 20, so instead of launching a Hail Mary, Alex Smith lofted a short pass to Tyreek Hill. Hill started skipping slowly upfield behind 2 linemen. He cut to his left at the 25, then swerved back toward the middle of the field through a mass of Cowboys, none of whom got close to laying a finger on him on the 57-yard score. "Oh my gosh, I've never seen that in my entire life in football," CBS analyst Tony Romo said in disbelief. "Bad beats. These pushes felt like beats if you had the Titans and Raiders. Both were 3-point favorites that won by 3 after giving up late scores. The Ravens scored a touchdown with 46 seconds to go in Tennessee. And the Dolphins scored a touchdown and 2-point conversion with 132 left. Post patterns. Winston sat out the second half of the Bucs' desultory 3010 loss in New Orleans with a shoulder injury, and Ryan Fitzpatrick threw for 68 yards and a touchdown. Bucs coach Dirk Koetter said he didn't want to expose Winston's already ailing shoulder to more damage. Tampa Bay has lost 5 in a row, with Winston having started them all. Is now the time to turn to Fitzpatrick with his most recent old team, the Jets, coming to town next week. The Texans, playing their first game after the devastating, season-ending knee injury suffered by Deshaun Watson, rallied from a 207 deficit to score 1 touchdown and drive the ball to the Colts 7 with 7 seconds to go. But on the final play, Tom Savage was sacked and fumbled and the Colts survived. 2014, each of the previous times the Eagles started 81, they made the NFL title game or Super Bowl: 1949, 1960, 1980, 2004. Cardinals coach Bruce Arians on Adrian Peterson's 37 carries at age 32 balls not very heavy. Ex-Jet Eric Decker scored his first touchdown as a Titan. 3 stars 1. T.Y. Hilton, Colts. W.R. Hilton hauled in 5 passes for 175 yards and 2 touchdowns, a 45-yard bomb and an 80-yard catch, hurdle, fall, get up and run, in the Colts' 2014 win in Houston. 2. Carson Wentz, Eagles QB. Wentz had modest numbers: 15 of 27, 199 yards, but it was his 4 touchdown passes in a 5,123 laugher over the Broncos that earned him his customary star here. 3. Adrian Peterson, Cardinals RB. Peterson ran a career-high 37 times for 159 yards in Arizona's 2010 win over the 49ers. The most carries by a runner 30-plus years old since at least 1950, per ESPN. He said, "What if there was a guy you'd pick on the earth to throw it to? He'd be the one. He's made tons of plays and he'll make tons more." He was disappointed we didn't get it. Falcons coach Dan Quinn on WR. Julio Jones, who dropped what should have been a 39-yard touchdown on 4th and 1, in the fourth quarter of a 2017 road loss to the Panthers. Fantasy insanity. There was some difficult roster shuffling going on before kickoff Sunday. News that Jaguars RB Leonard Fournette was not going to play for disciplinary reasons sent owners scrambling for alternatives. In addition, Eagles tight end Zach Ertz was out with a hamstring problem. If you sat Austin Seferian-Jenkins on Thursday planning for Ertz, it forced some unsavory moves to add a third tight end, and that often made for some uncomfortable roster decisions. We had to drop Marlon Mack in one league, Corey Davis in another. Rookie Panthers RB Christian McCaffrey ran 15 times for 66 yards and a score, his best day on the ground yet, and added 5 grabs for 28 yards. Starter Jonathan Stewart had 11 carries for 21 yards and 2 fumbles. Shift in workload could be ahead. We had high hopes for Rams WR Sammy Watkins against the Giants, and he delivered on one play, a 67-yard touchdown. But he had just 2 targets. Don't get comfortable with him in your lineup. Drew Loftus.